I know you came into this game with some indecision kind of about your future. Did this game change anything at all for you?
No, I'm just, playing it one game at a time right now. Going to finish the season out and see where we are in the off season.
Physically, how do you feel like you came out of this one?
Fine. Good. Week 17, but I made it out. Some guys didn't make it out, so I'll be good.
Joel, just how tough was it out there offensively for you guys as far as trying to find a rhythm? It seemed like that there were some plays there that just, frankly, were not made.
Yeah, I thought early we were getting the run game. There was a few that, we have some RPO action, so, they choose to pass it a couple times. Oh, there's been cold air, it's always – everybody says that if you run it. They're like, oh, we could have passed it, But it was really – we just keep turning the ball over. Or, we had the fourth down run we didn't get. Fourth down in the goal line and then 2 turnovers. Like, it's hard to win. Games like that, I thought our defense played pretty well. Did some good stuff. We just put them in some tough situations.
Grant used the word ridiculous when talking about like the mistakes that are being made this season and where you guys sit this season. Is that kind of like the shared sentiment around this locker room right now?
Yeah, it's really incredibly frustrating because we do put an emphasis on it. Like all training camp, we talk about the little things. Like Kevin's number one goal every year is like the turnover margin. Like it's the number one team stat in sports. It's all these things, and we just last 2 years we just have not taken care of the ball, and we haven't got enough turnovers, and it's incredibly frustrating. The pre-snap penalties, the things that just keep hurting ourselves.
I'm not saying it's easy to identify why, but why hasn't that stuff? If that's such an emphasis for you guys, why do you think it hasn't gotten through yet?
I think to a man, you have to. It really comes down to your we talk about doing your 111th each play, like your execution. You can't think too big of a picture, you can't think too far ahead. It's like I got to get lined up, assignment, alignment, and then execute the play. And we just haven't had enough guys that have done that consistently.
Joel, one of the positives today, Myles got 2 sacks. Only guy in NFL history, at least since they started tracking the stat, 4 straight season of 14 sacks. Just what can you say about the consistency that he brings, game in, game out, year in, year out?
Yeah, he's the best pass rusher in the game. I think you ask all the players, ask all the coaches. He's probably the guy that fear the most going up against. He's dynamic. He's a special player, and I thought he had 3 tonight. I guess they took one away, but no, he's doing his thing like always, and hopefully we can get some stuff around him so he can win some games around here.
Do you feel for Myles in a situation like this, like having 2 sacks, breaking that record, and then coming out and losing to Miami in their backup quarterback?
Yeah, it stinks. It stinks. I mean, he's like I just said, he's the best defensive end in the league, and he's playing at a high level, and to not have success, I'm sure, is incredibly frustrating.
In a similar vein, I think Denzel's having the best year. It's pretty well, at least statistically. He's kind of going through the same thing as some of the other high-level guys on this team. Have you seen him manage the individual success without the team success?
Yeah, he's Denzel's the same guy all the time. He comes in, does his work, puts his head down. He knows he's gonna have to match up with some really, really good receivers in this league. I think he's focused on that. I think he thinks like best version of himself will help the team out, and that's the thing. We have some very talented, very good players on this team. We gotta find a way to play together, not turn the ball over, execute, and not keep shooting ourselves.
Joel, I know you said nothing changed for you decision-wise after this game, or from this game, but did you at all take any extra? Did your post-game routine change at all while you were out there? Did you soak in anything, or is that really not? Is that not either?
No, I knew a couple guys over there, so that I played in Cleveland or coached in Cleveland, so I got to talk to them. But no, like I said, I'm so locked into the day-to-day and like competing. Trying to get a win, trying to help lead this team. That it's like I said, I'm not even really thinking about the decision until, I get some time in the off season to talk to the family and everything.
Did it cross your mind when you're walking off the field, like the last home game, in Cleveland of the regular season?
I mean, every year, you walk off the field the last time, and it's like we appreciate the fans and what they did for us, and I love playing here, but for me, it's just it's a big decision, but it's such right now. It's like that's so macro when I'm worrying about so much more minor things.
You've been through seasons like this before, playing well, not getting the wins. How do you stay positive when the negativity is mounting on you guys?
Yeah, I try and talk to the line about that. You know, you can only control what you can control. It's putting your best foot forward every time. Your resume in this league is the game tape, and it's the greatest resume you have. You don't interview, you don't do any of that stuff. You just put it on tape, and that's how you get the respect of the league and the coaches and the players. And so, you know, when they're watching your tape next year, they don't care if it's week 17 and you're 3 and whatever we are, or if it's, you know, week 1. It's what you do on the tape, and there's a pride to coming out here and playing and putting on a Cleveland Browns uniform, and that's what we try and emphasize, and I'll always try and put my best foot forward.
So, Joe, you mentioned, I think, that you guys have talent on here on this team. So, as a team, have you guys underachieved?
Yes.
Could you expound on that?
Yeah, you know, I thought we went to the playoffs last year. We brought back the majority of the team. Then this year we have 3 wins. So I think you know, our own expectations were high, and we have not lived up to that. And I know we have there's a lot that goes into that. But yes, we have not lived up to our expectations.
So what do you think?
We're gonna take 2 more.
What do you think the main reason is? And that as a collective, you guys have underachieved.
I think it comes down to the little things, which turn into big things. But we turn the ball over too much. We've had too many penalties. We've, you know, when we've had moments to execute in the game, you know, 4th downs or big plays, it seems like we come up short this year. So I would say that's probably the main reasons.
Sure.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.